Welcome to the beautiful city of Cambodia, here on City Skylines. How are you all doing today? It's a great day here in the city of Cambodia. Look at the fire. Isn't that awesome? Look at all the little sales bubbles going off. Or not sales bubbles, but goods bubbles. These guys need materials real bad. So we got a little demand here. Residential, commercial, industrial. Yeah. We gotta fix that problem. We're making 15 grand a week. Holy smokes, we're at over $2.3 million in the coffers. We're at a population of 43,000. Plus, that's about 10,000 more than last episode. So we are gaining, but we're flattening out now. Why are we flattening out? Because I'm not meeting the demands, I'm sure. Look at that, did you see that? Uh-oh. Whoop, whoop. Alright, so let's talk about a few things. First of all, I'm going to do these episodes a little different now. Now we're kind of getting to the point where we're just trying to grow to add things and have fun, right, with the city. So I'm playing around a lot more with all the things. Adding trees, you know, doing the beautification, really looking at the transportation and how it works. And stuff like that. That stuff is a lot easier to do off camera. It's more entertaining because now I can come in here and just show you. So what I'm planning right now, if you guys don't mind, please let me know in the comments if you'd rather have me just build the city with you, because I will do that. But let's see how this works. I will showcase everything that I've done since the last episode. So I'll give you updates, where the money's at now, our weekly income, our population, is it flattening, is it increasing, where were we last time, what have I added, what new mods have I added, what new assets, okay? So we'll get into all that since last episode. So I added a bunch of assets, actually, all these tall skyscrapers, not all of them, but some of them, like the Renaissance Tower, the CENU North Tower from Brazil, apparently. I think it's their power company's headquarters or something like that. 590 Madison Avenue from New York. Trump's World Tower. You're fired. You're fired. This is just a made-up asset. This guy's got a bunch of skyscrapers, actually, that he made. I can't remember exactly which ones, but some of them are growable and some of them are ploppable. I believe that's this guy, JK. I'm not positive. But anyway, one of these assets that I added is causing an issue, where when you zoom out, get a certain distance, they disappear. And it happens when you're like, whether you're with a citizen or a train or a bus, as you get away, they just automatically disappear. Those buildings. Because they shouldn't disappear. I can get all the way back here and still see all these buildings. So, we've got an issue with that. So I gotta figure out which one. I'll have to go one by one, delete them, or move them out of the way somewhere, and see which one is causing that issue. Because it's got to be one of those. It wasn't doing it until I added a bunch of these buildings. This one's another one, a Medius Tower. So anyway, but I thought it looked cool to just kind of give it this different height. Kind of like what cities do, really. They plan their cities so that you get this type of pyramid effect. Or you see it in a lot of cities. You get your tall skyscrapers and then your lower buildings. Of course, these guys are coming in here, these City Skylines buildings, and they're just building random skyscrapers. You got that one, and you got this one, just out in the middle of nowhere. So let's do something real quick, like, while I'm thinking about it. And that is, and I just told you guys that I wasn't going to do this on camera anymore, but it's bothering me, so we need to do it. And that guy, okay. That guy's going to be a problem. So let's move this. Let's see, I gotta do that. Move. And it's not gonna let me. Okay. Okay. Well, I need to delete then. Probably this line. Dude, get off there. Thank you. Now move. Okay. Now, let's see what this looks like. Metro tunnel. So we come here. I don't want it to do that, so let's put it on the freeform. There we go. Curve. Curve job. Okay, this is a problem. And it's not going to let me fix it from there, so you gotta delete it. And we're on freeform. There we go. Beautiful. Now, we gotta drag the stop. Well, it's already there. Okay. Oh, that's a problem. Nope. Get rid of that. Okay, there we go. No? Get a... I don't get it. Okay, there it goes. Our lines are fixed, apparently. Okay. While we're in this mode, I might as well show you the transportation stuff. So I've added a bunch of bus lines. We have 9 bus lines now. And they're working really well. Most of them. I'm happy if they get around 30%. And we've got a few that are 20. Look at this one, 97%. The green line, which is industry. These guys probably need some buses. That would probably help with our traffic issue across this overpass, which I also have to deal with, and I haven't. I need to either get another way in or, I don't know, reconfigure the road system here. Because we've got our main road here. I could kind of make this an overpass and then bring it in this way and take this out. That might help a little bit with the traffic. Perhaps. I don't know for sure. Okay. Metro. I added metro lines to the Opera House. So this one goes to and from this station. Passengers can get off and then get on the main lines that go to industry or go over here. We've got one that goes to the expo now. So instead of them having to walk from here or get on a bus, now they get a metro that goes straight to it. And then I thought I added one more metro. Oh, to the train station here. So now they can ride, and actually, yeah, they'll have to go to this station, and then they'll get on there, and they can come here. And it's working. I've been checking it. They're all getting passengers, so it is working just fine. But that gives the train people, the tourists that come in here, they can get right on the metro, and it'll take them to these high tourist spots. Like the expo. 88 visitors last week. Oh, tourists, 23. I don't know if it's increased or not. I really didn't pay attention to it too much. I probably should have, since that was the whole purpose of doing that. Okay, it looks like these guys have cleared out. Now, I like to have these guys clear out or I delete the buildings. Because what I found, yes, you can zone them, zone over them. Like if there's a house here that's low residential, low density, you can click with the high residential or high density residential. The problem I found was they didn't always. Sometimes the low residential zoning color would come back in here. Like this. Like if I had dezoned all this, this building was still here on that plot. And I went ahead and did my zoning, which you fill it in. But if you fill in, if you had this dezoned and you filled in, it would normally, see, watch, now there's a building there. Of course, it might go away right away. Okay, that time it worked. But I've found little tiny pieces, little tiny squares or whatever, that were not filled in correctly with high density if I put high density in there. So just something to keep in mind, something to look out for every now and then to go around and check. It made a liar out of me this time, but... do a little clicky. A little clicky. We're just filling in a little bit. And I know they'll erase over the ones here, but... just, like to place my trees myself. I usually make it more colorful than they do. Which is fine. Like I said, this is a favorite part of mine of the game, is doing all this type of stuff. But that looks way better. Of course, those buildings will fill in. And look, they're already building skyscrapers. Oh no, this one was already there. Okay. So we'll let those guys fill in. Let's check out perhaps a park. Let's look at this. So these are landmarks. I haven't added landmarks other than the space shuttle I added. I added this a while back. I thought maybe it would take off. It does not. It just sits there for looks. So it's really not going to go with our city. I am planning to build like a military base or something. We could do something with the shuttle there. I do have some rockets like this. The Ares 5 and the Saturn 5. So those could be things that we want to add later. So nothing in the Tier 1. Tier 2. Okay, yeah, these are all the buildings that I added here. We've got the Bates Motel. I watched that TV show. And of course there's the movie, the old movie, but... well, in the new movies, actually. I thought we could put it somewhere out here with our farm communities. Can I fit you in there? You gonna let me? Oh. Yeah, but I don't want to take up that much. I don't want to... okay. That's good. Right there. Let's see what this thing looks like. Oh, it took out a mountainside. Yeah. That's pretty darn close. Whoever did this model. Pretty good. The Bates Motel. Nice. So, yeah, don't go there. You'll get murdered. Especially if you're a woman. Okay. Yeah, I thought that would just be a fun one to do. I do watch that show. We've got some type of plane here. Roller coasters. Yeah, I want to do a theme park thing eventually. I did kind of start down here with that idea. I was going to do something in this, like this block here, with the ballpark and the water slides and stuff, but I think I'd rather have that stay residential. We'll put some type of theme park out here. We've got the train already here. We've got these balloons that are kind of fun. We've got a little mini mall thing here, so I thought this would probably be a good spot for like a theme park. And then over here, now this could be a problem because look at the size of this. This is a mountain. It's really hard to see. I think there's a map, elevation map that you can, a mod that shows you the elevations, so you can see them a little easier, and then you can plan your roads around them if you really want to get creative, which I thought it is pretty cool to have that ability. So I might look at that later. I moved the paintball field out here in the farm area because it just fits better out here. And we'll make it all purdied up. But I'm going to put a bunch of subdivision housing like I did here out in this area somewhere. So we might change this to like a main road to get in, and then we'll have subdivisions on each side. The farm communities will continue out here where you can see it's fertile land. So we'll continue this stuff out this way as we expand. Okay, so that's the plan there. Let's see, what else? Solar power. We're going to start going with solar power. If you look at all the powers, okay, I do like the advanced wind turbine. Other than it only gives you 20 megawatts. It's very noisy, so you got to keep it out in the water somewhere. But you got to build quite a few to get your power up. Don't like the wind turbines at all. I mean, they're just not worth your time. They're noisy, they take up land space, they don't provide very much power at all. Coal's fine, 40 megawatts, not a lot of power, but it's very dirty and noisy at the same time. The oil gives you a pretty good amount of power, 120 megawatts. Not quite as polluting, very noisy though, which doesn't matter because that's going to be an industrial anyway. The problem is it uses oil. And if the oil trucks can't get to it to supply it, it shuts down. That's a problem. So you don't want that unless you've got abundant oil. You could maybe fit it in there, but it's, to me, 120 megawatts isn't worth it. You're spending more in upkeep, 1920 a week. With a solar, you only spend 1,200 a week. So it costs more initially at 80 grand compared to 50, but it has no pollution and it's got less noise pollution. So to me, it's just a no-brainer, and you get more power, 160 compared to 120 megawatts, and you don't have to worry about, at least yet, I have not noticed any power outages due to maybe cloudy days or something like that. Now, if that happened, then you might want to relook at it, perhaps, but it hasn't been a factor yet, so it's been working just fine. Hydro could be great if you've got really high rapid water, a high rapid river, and in an area where the water behind it either won't flood the land or the land behind it is perhaps mountainous or something, so that because that land becomes a lake if you do it that way. So, but it can produce a lot of power if it's a really good rapid area, rapidly moving water. You get up to 1,600 megawatts. That's pretty significant, and it's not polluting, and it's relatively cheap. Especially if you can find an area that isn't very wide, because it's based on a number of cells that you put in there. So, and then the last power station is a nuclear power plant. Extremely expensive, $200,000, $8,000 a week. That is craziness. Not polluting, and not as noisy as some of the other stations, but shoot, just way too much money. 640 megawatts. So with this, I can put 4 of these in at, well, that would be cheaper. That'd be 320,000, but it's cleaner. It's 4,800 a week. It's still much cheaper than the 8,000 a week. So that's the big turnoff with the nuclear, is 8,000 a week is craziness. It also takes a buttload of water, 1,920 cubic meters per week, whereas solar takes 0. So you'd have to add more water stations too, which is a problem, or it could be a problem. So you got to think about those things. So solar is the way we're going to go with this city from now on. We're not going to put any more coal in, no more wind. We're just going to stick with solar and go that route. So what are the plans future? Because I think I've showcased everything that we've done here. Oh, I added a small roundabout here, which has helped a little bit. We're still having some issues here. So I might have to figure out something with these on-ramps. I might have to make another on-ramp here or something to get into the city faster. Perhaps that might be something we have to do. Other than that, I've just added a bunch more residential, more commercial, more office spaces. And the plans for the future... Oh, I guess this is the last thing here that I've added. Cargo harbor, which seems to be operating pretty good. Makes our industry happy, anyway. And I think that's it that I've added, really. So future, we're trying to get to 50,000 population. We haven't gained anybody, really. We've actually just held. We were at, what, 43,000? We're just below that. Although now we're starting to climb again. But we haven't really added a whole lot. We did add some buildings. Oh, that's why we lost population. I took out all those houses. And so now I've got these buildings. They're coming back. You would think, with all these apartment buildings, we would have added population anyway. Because they hold more than houses. That's interesting. They might need some type of park or something, maybe. Yeah, these are more skyscrapers. Yeah, we got a missile silo. I've got some stuff here. Ooh, an IKEA. That can make them happy. Does this act like a park? It must, right? Oh, no, it acts like a ploppable... Okay. So it should make them happy if we build it. The question is, where do we put it? Because it's not really going to fit there properly, I don't think. Okay, we won't do that one yet. We'll definitely put an IKEA in, though. Radar tower, that's for when we build a military or whatever I plan on doing there. Hotel? $1.2 million. Hoo! And it's not even that big. That's what she said. Yeah. Wow, that is tiny. Science center. Ooh. Ooh, that thing's pretty big. How come you won't fit in there somewhere? Space occupied. Oh, there's something right there. Occupied. Perhaps? No? Yes? No? Space already occupied. Roads. Yeah, that thing's huge. Okay, so I'll have to look at that eventually. Oh, yeah. Yeah. I added an American football field. Now, this Camp Nou, or however you pronounce it, is actually a football. The Barcelona football team, soccer team, play at this stadium, but somebody turned it into an American football field. I thought that was pretty cool, and it's the only one out there, so I had to pick it up because I am a football fan. We've also got a baseball stadium. I don't know which one. Yeah, it just says baseball stadium, but it looked pretty cool. Theater of Wonders. Again, just cannot fit it in anywhere. That's what she said. So I'm going to have to do some expanding of the land to get some of these things in here. Wow, even the stadium doesn't fit. Oh, it does. I take that back. We could put that down here somewhere, because that'll make them happy. Right there. And then we can just run a metro. Well, isn't this the train station? That is the train station. We could put it right by the train station. Boom. Uh-oh. That made the residents very unhappy. Oh, it's very noisy. Oh. I should have known better. Well, we'll move that stadium eventually. We don't want to cause a bunch of noise pollution for these people. But anyway, those are the things. So we got a few things we got to fix. This thing, annoying. I got to figure out which building that is. So to end the episode, let's do one of my favorite things that I like to do. Okay. I wonder where these guys are going. Yeah, this guy's leaving to Los. Oh, this guy hasn't arrived completely yet. This guy's going to Las Rico, wherever that is. Las Rico. This guy is boarding right now, and now they're going to San Vegas. Where's my purple train? There he is. Here he goes. So, what does this say? It just says en route. Okay. So let's do my favorite thing. This really is my favorite thing to do on this game. So he's gonna board, and then we're gonna go into the city, and you'll get to see what the city looks like from the train. And you'll see that those skyscrapers that I put in don't appear until all of a sudden they just appear. You don't see them right now, for example, and that you should be able to see them. But look at this. The trees are beautiful. You got the office buildings. You're coming into the city. It's just looking. Oh, we got a tree. Okay, I gotta take that out, 'cause that'll annoy the hell out of me. And then all of a sudden, you saw it probably. The big tall skyscrapers appeared all of a sudden. We'll write it back just so you can see it, and then we'll end the episode. And there's the sun shafts. That looks cool. Now watch those tall buildings, the tallest ones. And they're gone. Oh, that is so great. I hit the escape too hard. Too many times. So we gotta fix that tree thing. Okay, that'll be the last thing we do. I think it's this one. Oh no. There's that one. There we go. Now it doesn't annoy me. Anyway, guys, thanks for watching another episode of City Skylines here in Cambodia. Our population's going back up now that we got that area zoned. But let me know what you think of my idea to just go ahead and build stuff offline or off camera, and then I'll do an episode of what happened during that time since the last episode. I think I can look at more stuff that way, I think, is the reason I'm doing it. But let me know. If you don't like that idea, I will definitely change it, because I do get enough views on this series that it seems like people are interested in it enough that I need to do what you guys want me to do. And I have fun either way. Whether I do this stuff off camera or I do it with you guys, I have fun. So anyway, guys, thanks for watching, and until next time, see you, bye.